H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, getting on my nerve, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Women Rock Wednesday. Y'all know it's my favorite day of the week, but when it's just so much stuff going on out here. I'm gonna shout out to the women and I'm gonna get right to it. Hello, let me check them. I think we already got our five up here. Hold on. Let me see. Them women ain't playing with y'all today. Hold up, man. Hold on. Let me see what we got. Hold up. Madonna Johnson, Monte Court, Mindy Collins, my best friend Mindy Collins, Sonya Billings, my other best friend. Hold on. Anissa Real Deal Bill is in the building. Oh, every time I see these, hey, when I see these five, what day? I'm waiting on Dale. What day? There go Brandy. Oh, I got my girls with me today. Fellas, y'all can sit this one out. I got my girl. I need Brandy. I got Brandy. I need Dale. I'm waiting on Dale. She probably got a Dallas Cowboy hangover. So I'm looking over. When I look this way, I'm looking at the feed. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me make sure. Hold up, y'all. I got my girls. Hey, I got my baby. Dale Griggs is in the building. Hey, fellas. Hey, y'all cool. Y'all know I like y'all, fellas. Y'all already know. I like y'all, but I love them. It's a big difference. Let me make sure let's share the show right quick, because it's probably gonna be epic again today. I wish I had Chris here. Y'all, I wish y'all knew what I know. Chris, a lot of times, and I want y'all to understand, Chris intentionally tried to interrupt me. Intention. He told me, I just need y'all to be aware so y'all can just listen, because I got to go, because the message I got to get is for y'all. He think he know it all. Dale Griggs. You know, he like the Dallas. I'm sorry, Dale. He like the Dallas Cowboys and the Lakers. So y'all, I just want y'all to just, when that happen again, y'all just freeze and wait him out, because I'm going to come back with the real stuff, because I'm going to start muting it. That's what I'm going to start to do. I have not seen the final of Queen Sugar. I've had so much to do. Anissa Veal, I haven't watched a lot of TV the last couple of weeks, but I heard it. I got it taped. I can't wait to watch it. Hatter, I need overtime at the 3. You're not getting it today, baby. I'm sorry. You need to hear your budget meeting. Give it. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I ain't got time for you today. I love you, Barry. Barry, you just go back and look at the beginning of the show. But today, first of all, I just said to myself, how does one, y'all help me, how does one dissect spending $300 million for one Senate seat? I want y'all to hear me. See, I ain't got no Chris interrupting me. I need y'all to hear me. Chad Growth is in the building. Chad, how do you think about it? Forget that. How do you think about, Sonya, this Women Rock Wednesday? I need my women today. How do you dissect spending $300 million for one Senate seat and almost $100 million for a runoff election, when the difference in the candidacy quality is so stark. What does this say about America? Oh, okay, okay. I'll snap my top button up today. See, thank you, Sim. Thank you. Okay, I got it. That's better. Thank you, Sim. Thanks for looking out for me, Sim. Y'all got to help me. Y'all got to help me. Eric Boone. Eric Boone. Y'all, no, y'all. See, I know y'all be waiting on me. Y'all be waiting on me. But Brandon, I'm gonna repeat it. How does one dissect? Eric Boone, we got graduates from HBCUs, we got graduates from Spelman, and we got graduates on here from Morehouse. Tina Jackson, you down there in Atlanta, girl. Boy, I hate I wasn't down there with y'all. But Tina, how does one dissect spending $300 million for one Senate seat and almost $100 more million for a runoff election when the difference in the candidates' quality is so stark? I mean, it's so big of a difference. What does this say about America? Thanks for supporting Houston Christian last night. Yes, I was at Christian. Yeah, I was there last night. What's up, baby? Yes, I was there, man. I had a good time. I went by Houston Christian last night. We'll talk about it a little bit later. To watch Houston Christian. Let me tell you something. I like Houston Christian, man. I see why they ain't lost but one game. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna talk about them. I'm gonna talk about them later. Y'all got to help me now. Y'all got to help me. See, we got to be more than just sports fans, because we already know in sports, politics is tied to sports. And I showed you the other day, Deion Sanders at the Colorado press conference, the senator was there. Ain't but 100 senators on this planet. Okay, 100. 2 from each state. One of them men was at the press conference. That shows you how important athletes, that's what shows you how athletics and politics intertwine. So I'm trying to help y'all. My son ain't playing. My son going to college. We got to start thinking where we send our kids to college. What's up? I gave it. I'm gonna give it to you one more time. Because sometimes y'all don't want to think. Y'all just want to say, my baby had 12 points last night. Hold on. I got something else for you. How do you dissect spending $300 million for one Senate seat and almost $100 more million on a runoff election when the difference in the candidates' quality is so stark? What does this say about America? I heard the interview of an old white man. He interviewed the other night, and he said, well, I know we don't have no good candidate, but I just don't want the Democrats to have another seat. So I don't care who they got in there. I'm going to vote against the Democrats. And y'all get mad because somebody tell you I voted for Barack Obama because he's white. Because he's black. The people have spoken. Thank you, Atlanta. Thank you, Roland Martin. I didn't watch CNN. I don't watch that mess no more. I didn't watch NSNBC. I don't watch that mess. Roland Martin. I'm going to give y'all my secret where I get a lot of my information from. I'm going to give it to you. I should have gave it to you a long time ago. My bad. Roland Martin, Unfiltered, is the best news source on this planet. Y'all can go and listen to the TJ Holmes them in the morning. Good man. He gonna knock off everybody on the set. Y'all can go listen to Don Lemon. He gonna get drunk. Y'all can listen to what I watched it. It's of TV quality. Listen to me, y'all. It's looked like this. We got to quit. Roland Martin, he explained it because he explained. He said, I got $150,000 worth of equipment right here in front of y'all, bringing this thing to y'all. Hey, Belinda, how you doing? Tina, we got to support Roland Martin Unfiltered. I'm sorry I didn't give it to you. That's where I get my news source. This show was actually about black people, projecting how they view the black experience onto a particular situation. Y'all, we've been had years and now I know what. Tiffany Cross, baby, hear me. I hope you listen to this set. Let them find you as a blessing. Go do your own thing like Roland Martin. Y'all have never watched an election race like this. And my fault, I should have told y'all about it. Y'all got to understand, Roland Martin been on this show. I know y'all just think, y'all let them guys tell y'all this Roland Martin been on this show. When the George Floyd stuff was going down. And we was honoring all the Yates people from Roland Martin was on this show. I'm watching. I'm going to come back to that. But I'm watching how media plays a role even in the Deion Sanders thing. Did y'all know that CNN had Bomani Jones and on their show and put up on the screen whether or not Deion was a sellout? This CNN. Bomani Jones, why did you don't work for them? Why you allow for them to bring your black ass on that show? And they put up on the screen, Deion Sanders a sellout. I told y'all we got black facing on these white stations. Don't y'all listen to these damn folks all the damn time. What are you doing? The media playing a role and they trying to create their narrative. CNN don't care nothing about what happened at Jackson State. I just want y'all to be smarter. Of course, I'll let him come on the chop shop. Kendrick Louis, what kind of stupid ass question is that? Man, don't start that today, man. We got too much serious stuff today. Don't start that today, please. Play too damn much. I am very disappointed on how decisive that conversation between Deion. And I'm going to get back to the election in a minute. I was disappointed how decisive it was. I was reading the tweets. Why are you worried about whether I'm bringing Bomani Bone on? I'm just... Satan, get behind me. And it was a decisive landing amongst black people. Divisive. This Deion Sanders thing. We can have a family conversation without taking it to the extreme. It's okay for you to be disappointed in him leaving. Yes, I'm going to talk about this every day. Because I don't like what we're doing to each other. I mentioned Bomani Jones going on CNN to talk about some ignorant, and somebody come put on the show. Would you let Bonnie Jones come on the Chop Shop? You on here, ain't it? Back to this. It's okay, Karen Roach, to be disappointed. I'm disappointed. I should have been. I'm the one been on this show being a promoter of HBCUs when everybody else wasn't. But being disappointed in him is a little bit different. Doug, Doug is just different, Doug. Why are we hating? You can love listen to me, y'all hear me. Y'all gonna understand the messages I've been getting and the texts I've been getting, and I understand y'all. You can love Deion Sanders. You can love this move to Colorado for him. You can love what he did at Jackson State, and you can love what this move for us. You can love it. You can love that he did what he did, like I said, Jackson State so much until you hated to see it end so quickly. That's me. I didn't want to see him go, but I ain't never hated on him. Y'all know I love to see him go. I wanted to see him there. I've been talking about him. I talk about him so much. Chris Walker said I got a man crush on him. I just never seen nobody like this. I never seen no examples like this. Y'all, examples like him are too far between. I've been around the world. I've been in the sports industry for 30 years, Doug Smith. Landon Out-One ain't never encountered nothing like this. I've seen it, Landon, firsthand. I watched their operation. I got a chance to see it up close. I know, and I know it's us. It's always us. It's always us. We got people. Would you bring Bomani Jones on this shop? Yes, I'll bring him on there. You know him? Call him. He can be on this show. You can love what he did for Jackson State so much. It's okay until you hated to see that end so quick. You can love what he did so much that you hated to see it end. Maybe Rod Wells, he just wanted a bigger challenge. Some people are sad to see the end. Me. And HBCU added, see, think about this, y'all. That HBCU, Jackson State, the HBCUs added to his brand. It made him more attractive, so those folks didn't want him. They didn't want him at first. So shout out to HBCUs for having a vehicle to make him attractive enough, follow me, where he can go to higher heights. Shout out to somebody, a lot of us retired, so our kids out here, we get them and make sure they listen and be around the chop shop and listen to some of the stuff they're getting and make them attractive enough so somebody might want to hire them. Make them attractive enough where people on Wall Street say, okay, make them attractive enough so where they can start their own businesses. HBCUs, historically black universities, colleges and universities, made Deion's brand, added to his brand. He was on the front line. Y'all got to remember, complaining to the NFL about the lack of black players being drafted out of HBCUs. Some people thought it was the beginning of something special. Me. I thought it was something. Y'all got to understand. Guys like these guys come on my show and talk about, how do you, Doug, you've been around. How do you just wish you got wishful thinking? How there ain't no 5-star gonna never go to HBCU? Makur Maker went. It didn't pan out for him. What's the boy name? Master P son went. He wasn't no 5-star, but he went. Didn't pan out. Everything ain't panning out for all 5 stars to go to any university. There's some 5 stars to went to Alabama. It didn't pan out for him. It's numbers. Boy, I love y'all talking over here. Think about it, Doug. See, Doug, I take this news and I try to interpret it, Kedrick Lewis, and I try to interpret it so y'all can make comments on what I'm talking about. And you tell me whether or not, boy, I can't get that out of my mind for some reason. But y'all got to realize, though, some people thought it was the beginning of something special. Robert Hatter. Maybe I was wrong for believing that. But it was good while it lasted, Melvin Marks. I had a good 3 years. I'm going to the games. Melvin Marks. I ain't never thought about looking at a HBCU football game before. I always go look at the band. I used to go look at the band. I didn't know who none of the players, none of the coaches, none of the people was. Until this man stepped on that campus. It made me so aware. So y'all listening right now. I'm 3 years in. I'm an infant in this thing. Y'all got to give me a chance. I'm an infant. Because in my 30 years, is one HBCU player I tried to represent. That was Steve McNair. And I had him, I had his mama, but I couldn't persuade Fred. Fred had already got a partnership with somebody else down there. If you know about Mississippi, y'all know what? Yeah. Fred hooked up with, Bus Cook. Yeah, I can tell it. But guess what? I ain't think about that stuff no more. When that man came on that campus, made Robert Hatter want to go and watch a HBCU football game. And it's hard to get my eyes on. I got tickets to go to the Rockies. I won't go. I got tickets to go to the Texans. I don't go. I'm going to church. Like I said, maybe I was wrong in believing that he was doing. But y'all, it was good while it lasted. These young people are getting. See, and what I found out, man, last night, I'm watching this grassroots campaign last night with Raphael Warnock. I'm finna give y'all a history lesson. Y'all got to follow me through it. I'm gonna go back and forth. Asked a young girl the other day, and a young man the other day, Kevin Gamble. I asked him, where you get your news from? They said TikTok. I got to figure out a way to get now Chop Shop on TikTok. Watch me pivot, y'all, and then come back. We had a lot of representatives to Congress. We lost a lot of seats, a few seats this year, and we lost the representative, United States representative. We lost some seats and we lost the majority. So Nancy Pelosi would no longer be the majority leader. They're gonna name one because they beat us on a few seats, and those few seats, the few seats we lost, you had white consulting these Democrats, white consultants telling them to spend your money on mainstream news. Terrible mistake. Y'all, we had 4 or 5 winnable races, but we didn't get to the young people because those white consultants said, Doug Smith, spend money on CNN. These young people ain't watching no CNN. Down there in Georgia, black media helped win that race. This black media. This why I tell y'all to share the show. This why don't bring your lazy ass on here and just sit on the show and put your hand on your and don't push the thumbs up button. No, not on this show. I see how valuable black media helped win that race down there. We have to have a direct conduit to our people. That's why I tell you to share the show, so we can have a direct, because evidently some of y'all ain't telling them, y'all won't even share the show. So get out the way, share the show, and have a conduit to our people. We always talk about people ain't giving, but black folks always gave to the church. Y'all, this stuff about relationship. Did y'all know I was up early in the morning yesterday? I'm almost late for the show. Making phone calls, trying to help people to vote and get people to where they need to be. Sending resources and everything. The Black Votes Matter. Told y'all about them years ago. Y'all, we got to build an ecosystem so we can be in power. This is what I've been telling y'all about the summer basketball community. Absolutely, that's how Beto lost. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, I'm taking what I learned from Atlanta and trying to give it to y'all here in Houston. We can't blame Beto. It's about us. If we want a better candidate, we got to do it with Karen Roach. We can't depend on Beto. Y'all, we got to build an ecosystem so we can be in power. I keep telling y'all, all y'all running around here at the gyms with these kids, and all of you black people running around here at the gym, as soon as the kids go up and get better and be in positions of power, you don't have no control over them no more. Because we haven't built an ecosystem so we can be in power. There's still a runoff election in Louisiana. That's very important. Listen to y'all. Dwayne Bowden, our community is under attack. Black Votes Matter. They work 365 days a year, just in case you didn't know. That busting been here in Texas before, in Houston before. What I like about them, they call out Republicans and Democrats alike. They ain't got nothing to do with neither party. They just want to make sure we know what to vote about. And they got the freedom to call it out because they ain't tied to neither party. Yo, this is black-owned media. Don't y'all know this controlled by me and Jimmy and Chris? We ain't got nobody telling us what to do. After elections, y'all, let's make sure Raphael Warnock do what he promised. Have any one of y'all ever held Sheila Jackson Lee foot to the fire? Have any of y'all? If we elect them, they want us when they want to get elected. But we got to make them do what they promise. Instead of being out here whining, I ain't voting because they don't do what I say. You got to make them do what you say. So they don't be, election time, let's round up the Negro vote. You got to stay engaged, man. It's not just about participating in the election process. We got to participate in the decision processes. Black people, I love y'all. We are the bomb, man. I watched Brolin broadcast last night. I'm going to show you how the bomb we is. You ever seen an election? Hold on. Please let me find that thing. Please, I know I got it somewhere. Hold on. Hold on. I know I put it up here. Watch this. Selection.
Now y'all know this is a black U.S. Senate when they playing swag surfing. When they playing swag surfing. Right. Okay, y'all. Hey, Mark, come on.
We got to end the interview. We got to go out there and surf. We got to go out there and swag surf.
Come on, get up.
You follow me? They can't do that on CNN or MSNBC. They fired this man. He said, okay, I'm going to make my own. We got to support him. We got to support him. He built that show for nights like this. Listen to me, y'all. Those other networks didn't cover it like he covered it. You know why I know? I went back and taped all of them so I can see, so I can explain to y'all. We don't need them. We just need to support ours. Y'all worried about Stephen A. Smith and all them when y'all got this show. He built that show for nights like that. So we can plead our own cause. We got to meet people on his set. Go back and watch. Go to YouTube and go back and watch. We got to meet people that I've never heard of. Thank you, Push It Now Network. Amazing man. The first time I've ever enjoyed an election race. Because they were talking, they was covering everything. They were knocking on doors. Y'all, these people were working, man. You got one right here. See, you ain't listening, Monte. You got a sports. You got one. Forget ESPN. You got. But one of these days, y'all. Let me tell you something. Y'all are wonderful people with wonderful hearts. But all you got to do is to understand that what you always wanted, you already have. It don't have to be on TV. Duh. Cara. It don't have to be on TV. Don't you know TV are being streamed now? They bring all they guests in just like I do on this show, Monte. They got the eyeballs. See, y'all, I promise you, see, y'all just don't know. I'm serious. Y'all just don't know. It ain't the Chop Shop problem. We got great content. It's the people out here. It ain't enough for you to watch it, Monte. We got to get millions to watch it. You got to share it every single day. That's how we did Roland Martin. Roland Martin started like this. I just want you, y'all just don't think big. Get ESPN. What are they telling you? You want some video? You want some, hold on, whoa. You want some video? I can show you video.
Okay. Okay.
Share it. Don't just like me, share me. We ain't talking. Oh my God. We ain't telling you about that. I'm telling you to get your mind right. Get your mind right. We don't have to blow them out the water. All we need to do is support where we are. What? You'll get it. You'll get it when you go home. Right now, you don't understand. It's women rock. You'll get it when you go home. Sometimes, y'all, it's all right to just sit back and listen. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. Sometimes just sit back and listen. It's okay. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. This is what Greenwood would have looked like. What Roland Martin them had last night, that's what Greenwood would have looked like if it hadn't been taken away from us. We have talent, y'all. We have skill. When we have the resources, look what happens. Listen, this is not normal. It's normal for you, but there's some people in California that don't have nothing like this. You happen to be able to know it. How are we going to get the people in California? Because people sharing it. Thank you, Push It Now Network. I can't wait to follow you. All I'm trying to make us do is just think bigger. But Rob, I never forget, I said, hey, y'all, this summer basketball community, it's crazy. Let's let it burn down and let's build it back up. But Robert, we can't not do it without. I tried to explain to y'all, them college coaches get paid a lot of money. They're going to find your son if he can play, if he playing at Fundy or in the back gym or somewhere else. That's their job. You just make sure when it's just your son's time, make sure he's good enough. Black media should have been there. Roland Martin was the only black media there. He looked around. Shout out to Latasha Brown and Cliff Albright of Black Votes Matters. Those people been hit. A lot of y'all hearing of these people for the first time in your life. Those people been hitting these bricks. Getting out there, getting them people in the rural areas who wouldn't think about voting. Let me tell y'all what happened last night. The reason I'm talking about this. Thank you, Monte. You gave me. I'm good. Because some people was thinking like you too. So thank you. I needed that. That wasn't for you. That's for everybody who think like that. Watch this. Raphael Warnock, why this so significant? He just didn't get elected for no little piece of term like he did last time. That was a partial term. He took somebody's place. He is elected to a full 6-year term in the South. A black Democratic senator. I ain't talking about that thing over there, Tim Scott over there. I ain't talking about him. Historical significance. He can be his full, authentic self. Like Mitch McConnell can sit up there and say any damn thing because he'll beat up for 6 years. Raphael Warnock can too. Barack Obama didn't have, he's there a couple of years. He was the president. Still think he should have did more. Now, Raphael Warnock, you got to work on our behalf, man. Politics, y'all, is about who gets what, where, when, and how. I'm going to show you what I like about Roland Martin last night. He refused to play. Y'all got to watch this. I patted the chop shop after that man. Be unapologetically black. He refused, Kelton Solomon, to play the concession speech. He said, I'm not covering that mess of Herschel Walker. That's some stuff I do. I'm not covering that mess. Let's talk. Let's talk about us. I'm not covering that mess. I'm waiting till the man get out here. He said F him. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all do not ask the Georgia grassroots organizations for a damn thing for at least the next month. They did it all for us. And we got to make sure we hold it together so they can rest. Y'all. It's just so much stuff, man. It's just so much stuff. It's just so much stuff. I don't know. Make sure you go donate to the Black Star Network. Absolutely. I got a monthly thing going on. I ain't telling you how. I got a monthly thing going on, team. Let me tell y'all something, man. Thank you to all the people who worked on that campaign. From when you can't see in the morning, like Spike Lee said, when you can't see at night. Spike Lee showed up last night. Morehouse graduate. History was made in Georgia, y'all. And the reason I'm telling y'all, because Texas is on the cusp. We getting bluer and bluer, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you. But give you some history before we get out of here on this one. Since Reconstruction, Mr. Barnes, you should know this. Everybody knows. But some people might not know. Since Reconstruction, Senator Edward Brooke, Republican from Massachusetts, Carol Moseley Braun, Democrat from Illinois, Barack Obama, Democrat from Illinois, Cory Booker, Democrat from New Jersey, Kamala Harris, Democrat from California, Tim Scott, Republican from South Carolina, and Raphael Warnock, Democrat from Georgia. There have been, these are the African Americans, 7, that have been elected to serve in the Senate. Now, we've had African Americans who have been appointed to fill the terms out. But these people here have been elected. 7 African Americans since the end of Reconstructions have been elected to the United States Senate. Elected. 5 Democrats, 2 Republicans. Understand what our power is. Understand what we can do. Understand what happens when we vote our numbers. Understand what happens when we give. I know I wouldn't know all of this stuff that I'm giving y'all right now if it wasn't for Roland Martin Unfiltered. They were there chronicling this story. Look up the new Georgia Voter Project so we can have a new Texas Voter Project. Stacey Abrams Group. The state of Georgia and the county need to understand what are the dividends. We can actually realize when you invest in the black electorate, when you invest in the confident, informed, and not voter suppressed black electorate, us on this show, that you can hold people accountable and dismiss all the nonsense. Texas, we coming. Deion say he coming. We coming. I'm so glad that we don't have to deal with Senator Walker. That's what the lady said last night. 6 years of that man. Those people down there, y'all, they work their plan and they plan their work. And they send a senator, a pastor, and a civil rights church, of a civil rights church back to Washington. Listen to me how cold they were. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all remember I was telling you about? They took them to court because the state said it couldn't vote on Saturday. They took them to court and won. And then, they talking about you couldn't give nobody the food in the line. You couldn't be within 100 feet of the polling places, 150 feet. Guess what they did? Guess what they did? Let me tell you, Darryl Barnes, you know so much. Tell me what they did. Tell me what they did to combat that. This is the Darryl Barnes show. Come on, Darryl Barnes, give it to me. You can't give people food in line. You can't give people water in line. What did they do, Darryl Barnes? Tell me, what did they do? You was typing quick. Come on. They put food trucks 155 feet away from the polling places. They can be within 150 feet. So they stationed food trucks 155 feet away. People can go get their own food. Did y'all hear what I just said, Matt? Karima, did you hear what I just said, Karima? Karima, think of how smart that. Karima, you got to hear me on that one. Karima, you remember what I said, Brandy? No, they didn't. You remember what I said, Brandy? I gave y'all a quote that I live by. Who is that? The Dalai Lama. Said, learn the rules well. So you know how to break them properly. Learn the rules. Kelton Solomon, just think about what I just said. Just think about how brilliant that was. I ain't worried about Herschel Walker. He was a pawn. Let's not talk about him. Let them talk about y'all. He's still part of. No matter what y'all listen. We can't talk about him like that. No. Y'all know that. No. He's just a pawn. Them folks spent all that money and put that man up there. Yeah. What happened to the 6 billionaires to donate the money? Dude. What happened to him? Anthony Ship, you want? Hold up, Anthony Ship, I'm finna ask you a question right here. I'm gonna show you. Anthony Ship said, what happened? What happened? See, you went about the wrong thing. I just gave you something that you need to be thinking in your mind, how can I break the rules like them folks did? But this one, when you put it up there, what happened to the $6 billionaire that donated to Walk? Well, Senator Walker actually went to Walk. Guess what? They lost. That's what happened to them. Come on, Darryl Barnes. Come on, player. Come on, player. Come on with that. Look how smart our people are. We can't, billionaires gonna give, they're gonna give in the next election, they're gonna give in the next election. But if Stacey Abrams, let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna let this go. That organization about getting the black vote out, I'm thinking of the name of it in a minute. Georgia New Voter Project. Stacey Abrams group. Guess who was the chairman of that voter group back in 2014 and been a part of that since 2014? Mr. Barnes, Raphael Warnock, since 2014. He's been the chairman, co-chairman. Listen to me. With Stacey Abrams, the new Georgia Voter Project. Y'all remember? He's a spokesperson for the organization from day one. 2014, when people didn't know who they were. When they said, you're crazy to think you can register 1 million black voters. That's impossible. They ain't doing nothing. Absolutely. Both parties are, yeah, absolutely. They used to ask them, how are you being funded? Where you getting your money from? Senator Warnock, 2014, was part of that. And that relationship continues today. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say it now, and I want all of us. This is Women Rock Wednesday, right? This is my Women Rock Wednesday right now. We owe a debt to Stacey Abrams. That's my Woman Rock today. For tilling the soil, creating these conditions. There is no Senator Warnock. There is no Senator Ossoff. There is no representative, Nakima Williams, without the infrastructure that Stacey Abrams has built. And I think that is super important. And I just want y'all to understand that. I want y'all to understand it because we ain't talked about her since she lost. But Robert Hatter, I'll never let him forget you, Stacey. There's a clarity now. The people from both of these parties had a hard time accepting it. But there is no path to victory without a deep investment and a prioritization of black voters. Republican Brian Kemp know it. That's why he got that damn killer Mike to come in and help. We can do this, y'all. We can have nice things. If you recognize your base and invest in your base, this is the future of multicultural democracy. The people have been writing about it and been talking about it, but it's here, and it happened in Georgia yesterday. People said neither party is going to do anything. Guess what? To all the people who tell you that, tell them it's our job to make them, Karima. Because if they don't do it, we'll fight their ass and get another one. The election process is one process. Today, we got to begin another one. Y'all got to remember, the party is about the people. Y'all think it's about them. It's party about y'all. Chop shop. I'm going to try to take me a quick break. I've been talking for 56 minutes. Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. Just give me one break. I'm coming right back. Y'all know I got something else. But y'all did good today. Monte, you did good today. I needed that one.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
I'm back. I just took a quick Cox Pradia Law Firm. I just don't know. Y'all, it's just so much stuff. What y'all got going on there? Y'all want to keep talking about this? Because I'm really, I just don't want, I'm serious. Didn't want nobody. I bet you ESPN, CNN, all the other ends, nobody gonna mention Stacey Abrams. That lady there, she did a thing. She did a thing. Trying to see where else I want to go today. Well, Mindy, why didn't you tell me Fred McGriff, the crime dog, gets into the Hall of Fame? And I didn't know either that him, who else? Dave Stewart and Eric Davis were out. They were inducted into the Black Baseball Hall of Fame not too long ago. But yeah, man, I wanted to get that out the way. Let me see what else I got. That Roland Martin stuff, y'all. I just want to go back again, y'all. If y'all didn't watch it last night, you need to go back and find it every day. You're not only missing great information, but you're missing moments, like I showed you a minute ago. You're missing moments. Just thinking about y'all. There's some things I want to show y'all that I haven't showed y'all all week. Women Rock Wednesday is my favorite day because I can go back to stuff. Hey, Women Rock Wednesday. I love this one. Hey, what my girl? Is Anissa still there? Anissa, I got something I've been watching. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, Anissa. They tricked me, and I got to watching this Amazon Prime, and I watched Riches. I'm gonna tell you, when you get some time, don't rush it. When you get some time, watch Riches. I love this scene. Women Rock Wednesday, this scene for you.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, that's them. These were the shoes I was talking about.
Excuse me?
Can I get these in a 4, please?
No.
Get the shoe in a 4. Do your job. I want to speak to your manager.
I don't have a manager.
Right. Excuse me, this assistant was just really rude.
Miss Richards, your stylist is ready for you. Shall we head up to the private floor?
Thank you, Carla. Yeah, let's get away from all of this.
We'll find the perfect outfit for tonight.
Thanks. Oh my God.
That's my show. That's my show. Oh. Yes, the Trump organization was found guilty. Hey, let me tell you something. Jameson Monroe, the reason I ain't mention it, you tell me when they send their ass to jail. Then we'll talk. I don't care nothing about him being guilty. We know he's guilty. You let me know, Jameson Monroe, when they send him to jail. Y'all, yeah, the Yankees fan shouldn't be that happy because you spent all that money on Judge. Y'all need more than Judge. Judge tricked them Yankees too. He tricked them Yankees too. That's what. Yes. Did y'all see that? Riches. Oh my God. Hold up. And that sister there, she ain't the baddest one. She got a big sister and a mama. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. But let me see what else. Let me see. Let me go through it. Then I got a lot of stuff. Hold on. Chris wanted to talk about that, so I'll say that for Chris. I'll say that for Chris. Let me keep going. I got some more stuff, y'all. Hold up. Okay, hold up. No, I did that. Did y'all see this the other day? Is this real? Women, guys, women, y'all let me know, is this real? Watch this. Hold on. Is that Photoshop? Oh, Brandon, they did Photoshop it. Okay, because I haven't read. Thank you, Brandon. What did he say? He said he made 2 of them. Had I been watching the show called East New York, that's my thing, Jeremy Davis. That's on Sunday night after the Equalizer. Come on, Jeremy Davis. He didn't make them, y'all. Wait a minute. Did he make it? It was edited. Okay. But hold up, y'all. I got a different. Hold up. This editing is getting good because I got a different angle, y'all. Watch this one. Hey, man, this scary. Do y'all know this video can have you doing some stuff that you wasn't supposed to be doing and put you in it? Do y'all know they can do? Monte, they can put you in a place that you wasn't at and with somebody that wasn't with you. That's scary right there, man. Hey, y'all, that's scary right now. Let me keep going. I got some more for y'all. Hold on. I did that one, y'all. I did. Oh, I got to show y'all this. I got to show you. Kind of weird. Then I get back to this. I got some more stuff for you. But I don't want to go the whole weekend. I done put all this stuff on here and then give it to you. Let me see. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I didn't give to y'all. That one almost broke my heart right there. I got so much stuff, but that's all right. Here we go. Oh, I didn't give y'all this.
I know my man, he really loves me. You know, we don't have that every day. I know my man, he really needs me. I wanna do it with your baby.
I had that for y'all last Wednesday and they messed me up. That messed me up. I'm gonna give it to y'all today. Since them guys ain't on here messing with me today, I'm gonna give it to you. Hold up. Watch this here. I had this here. This for Kevin Frazier. Watch this.
A couple of big boys, and that's going to get the Tigers a first down as one of those big guys I was just about to talk about, and then he just got smacked by his linebacker. A couple of big boys.
I had all of this. For y'all. What's up, Herman Scott? Hold up, Herman Scott. Hey, they talking about, you talking about ESPN? ESPN can't do all this. Hold up. Let me see. I had some more for you. Man. Hold on. Oh my God. Did y'all remember this? We didn't talk about it. Watch. That man had Russ leaking, didn't it? You in Fort Myers, Florida? Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I had some more. What y'all think about this? What about think about this? Hold on.
All right, y'all. So, I was at the gym this morning, and this guy walks up to me and he says, listen, I promised myself if I ever saw you in person, I was going to shoot. And, this is how you know that you're growing up and just don't have any toxicity in your life. I looked at him and I was like, you mean like a basketball? He was like, no. And I was like, you want to shoot at me? Oh, come on though.
I think she dates you, Darren Waller, the big old dude, the Darren Waller, the tight end for somebody. The dude said, Hey, yo, he shot a shot. That woman right here, she shot a shot. Right, this stuff is, yo, this classic. Oh, at least she didn't say the guy's name. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Did I have some? I had something else. I had some. Hold up. Let me give him new stuff. Watch this. This happened. Hold on. So you can understand what happened. I'll give you some context. A couple of weeks ago, Rob J., the announcer for Jackson State Sports, he got popular now. The people asking when Deion went out to Colorado, the people in Colorado told me, you're bringing Rob J. with you. So this is what he did. This before we know about Deion's going Colorado, right? So he had an interview with Deion. Watch this.
You know my favorite team is the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Next week they play the Denver Broncos in Colorado. I'm going with you, and we gonna ride together.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a good. Now that's a good one. That's a good one now. I gotta admit, now that's a good one. That's a good one now. That was a good one. Come on, sit back down here. Come on. So why are you gonna do your boy like that?
No. Coach, I never been there. And
Me either.
But I'm going.
I'm going there.
Well, I'm going next week when the Chiefs play the Broncos in Colorado, in Denver, Colorado.
What you trying to say?
I just want to know. Can we ride together?
Why am I going?
You think? Well, look, Coach. So they're playing this week. My team played the Bengals.
Oh, you ain't no good, man.
But Coach, I'm just asking. Coach, you told me.
I ain't tell you what.
You told the fella. They told the man they'll ask a question. Yeah. He asked a question, and he asking all this stuff about your beard and all that. You said, but when I asked you, can I ride with you to Colorado?
Why would you assume I'm going to Colorado?
I don't, cause you'd have been to all these places. I've never been to Colorado.
But why would you assume I'm going to Colorado?
Now y'all got to remember now, that was a couple of weeks ago. Rob J knew, Deion knew. They knew all the time, right? Rob J was messing with it. Man, I just want to get a ride on a private jet because I want to see my team play the Denver Broncos, right? So hold up. So guess what else happened? They come back and Rob J messing with him again. But check this out on Deion. Check this out.
Guys that have been with me since we've been coaching kids for 20 years, 15 years, I'm gonna be millionaires, man. You know what that means to me, man? Like, that's life changing.
Okay, well, that's kind of nice, but there's another guy who needs some life changing as well. Damn them.
Oh my goodness!
Lord help him.
There's one more you need. One more need to be life changing. What you talking about them?
Guys that have been with me.
Did y'all hear what he said? And y'all gotta understand. Listen. I told you I got mixed emotions. The man said, guys been with me for 15, 20 years. Now I got a chance to help them be millionaires. How many millionaires have you made? Sometimes when you're criticizing people, and I understand, let me tell you, I was hurt. Sometimes we just got to watch what we sing. We got to watch it, man. Watch this.
You will coach this next game? But
yes, I will. And I'm happy. I would see it no other way. We had an intimate conversation. You ain't no good. And they know you ain't no good. We had an intimate conversation with the team after the game. I mean, we talked about everything. We talked everything out. I broke it down to them, laid it down to them. And yes, I would have it no other way. I wouldn't allow anyone to tell me I couldn't finish with my team.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to finish.
Okay, all right. Now, will Shedeur play?
Is I gonna be here? Yeah.
Well, you gonna play next year?
Who? So you want me to leave my son?
Yeah.
So now you want me?
I want you
now
to
you want
leave.
me? Now you want me to turn me into a stepdaddy?
I want you to leave.
You want me to leave my son? You want me to be an absentee
Yeah,
father?
I sure do. I ain't seen nothing like it. But anyway,
you want me to be an absentee father?
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Because I've been reading. You know, I got a few people at Jackson State, and I don't know. But one Jackson State alumni asked me, a powerful alumni, Slim. See, now I'm understanding, Slim. I didn't get it to just now. And I saw you pop on the screen. I said, I got to get my thinking hat on because Slim on the screen. Slim, watch what Deion was saying. I'm not going to allow nobody to tell me. Because it was somebody, an alumni, powerful alumni asked me, Robert, do you think Deion should be able to coach in the Celebration Bowl? I said, hell yeah. I noticed I said a powerful alumni, not no regular alumni. I said, hell yeah. I said, hell yeah. He's going to finish what he did. I said this the other day. Then I found out the president was talking stuff. The president, not the AD. I might not let him. That's why he said this. I didn't realize it, y'all, until just now. Did y'all hear what Deion said? I wouldn't allow. Y'all got to hear that one more time. Y'all, I didn't think about it, Slim. I promise you, I didn't think about it until just now. Because they asked me that question. Robert, do you think he should be allowed? Robert, do you think? Akisa, what's up? Where you been? Oh, I know where you been, in the gym. But watch this. Watch this. Y'all got to listen to this now.
You will coach this next game?
In other words, do you know who I am? Looked around. Do you know who I am? Then when they get the mumbling up under their voice like that, well, you know what we've been saying, right? That's what he said. Y'all, I promise you, I'm just picking this up right now with y'all right now. Yes, he did. See what happened? He did go to the press conference. He addressed that, Brandy. But when he got there, Cooley was there. And he said, I ain't gonna stop Cooley on the press conference. I'm finna go over here. And I know how Deion was. Deion, he wrong for this. Because he was thinking, what the hell you interviewing him for? His ass lost. He gone home. Send him home. I ain't said it was right. But get him off the stage. He lost. I might be wrong for that. Most of the people that's upset, would they turn down? No, it ain't about that. They just don't understand it. Slim, I done found out. Slim, go back and listen to the early part of the show. I kind of explain. I understand why people. You got to realize, I was disappointed, Slim. I was disappointed about the possibilities. But I respected each man's opinion. I wanted him to stay, Slim. I wish we had enough money, Slim, to get pay him. Like, man, AD said we ain't got the money, but we getting it. Why didn't our people say we ain't got the money, but we getting it? You follow me? Yes, prayers for the 3 young men from Southern Band that passed away. Prayers up for those young guys. I don't know their names. Y'all just keep putting it. I like to know the names because I want to pray for them, their names. So put the names up there for me, y'all. If you want me to pray, I'm just gonna I learned a long time ago just by reading the Bible. Because I watched when Jesus went to the grave to raise Lazarus, he didn't just say, get up out the grave, because then everybody would have got up out the grave. He told Lazarus to come forth. So you got to call the people out by their name. You follow me? If I'm gonna pray for these three guys, Mindy, I want to know their names. So next time somebody put their names up there, I want to pray for them. Yes, Deion did a lot of stuff for the university. Yes, he did. Did a lot of great things. But let me help you out. Let me pivot here a little bit. Slim, I'm glad you're here. And y'all, y'all walk with me for a minute. Slim, you familiar with Rube Foster? Everybody on the feed, are you familiar with Rube Foster? Reuben Foster. He was the developer of the Negro Leagues baseball. Very powerful, rich black man that wanted to cultivate economic infrastructure. Black baseball was alive and well. Baseball wasn't trying to go to the main. A couple of them might have wanted to go, but black baseball was making money. Stadiums packed. Making money, honey. See, I'm trying to parallel all of this. And I want you to just think about it when we talk about what the move Deion made and all of that. Thank you. Dylan Young, Broderick, Tyron William, Dylan Young, Broderick. Man, that's two names, man. That's two names. Okay, Dylan Young, Broderick Moore, and Tyron Williams. Okay, thank you, Mate. That dude over there drank. He must have been over there with Jimmy somewhere drinking. But y'all familiar with Rube Foster, right? Check me out. Share the show, because this is going to be good. Slim, I've been watching your retweets. Slim, follow me on this one, Slim. Help me out with this one. Rube Foster, developer and owner, the commissioner, everything of the Negro Baseball League. Satchel Paige, Jackie Robinson, all those people. Hank Aaron, all of these guys, right? In the 1920s, black man had this kind of power. We look at Branch Rickey taking Jackie Robinson to the major league. We looked at that as a huge advancement. I used to think it was until I started reading and learning my history. Oh, why you think I'm talking about it? Yo, I'm going to have a Rube Foster day one day. He that bad. I need I'm just going to get a special show. I'm going to tape it and tell y'all about what I think about Rube and tape it and just post it. We'll do like the rest of these people instead of be live. So I can spice it up, and doctor it up like Stephon Curry did. Slim. Then we look at it. Jackie Robinson made it to the major leagues. Then we look at it as a huge advancement because we didn't know no better. But really, it was the beginning of the end of our own economic infrastructure and a dream that Rube Foster had. When Deion leaving, unless we get a credible leader when he left behind, unless we get somebody to come in and lead, it's gonna put a damper in the economic infrastructure of Jackson State. They're gonna be all right. But Deion did something special. We were better, y'all, than the major leagues. The major leagues were struggling, and they needed some of this black gold we got. Folk, but that Slim, you follow me, Slim? They wanted us. So they brought in Jackie Robinson, and he had the right demeanor, and he can turn the other cheek. Listen to me. Branch Rickey actually shamed the Negro Leagues. Slim, guess what? Like some of these universities are getting some of us to talk negative about the HBCUs. That's why I don't allow nobody to talk about HBCUs. Now y'all understand. I know my history. I know, like I was explaining, Chris Walker still don't understand because he on CBS Sports. He still don't understand that it was a move to get Deion away from there because he was doing something there that would upset the apple cart. I can't let him stop our goose. Our gooses that's laying his old golden eggs are these 5-star black athletes. They can't start going back to the HBCUs like where they come from. They can't start doing it. So let's get the Pied Piper. Let's pay the Pied Piper and get him off to Colorado. Deion did right. Take the job. It's okay. But now we got to replace him with somebody else. Watch this. I'm paralleling, juxtapose this. I want y'all to think a little bit now. Check this out. Branch Rickey, I told you he shamed the Negro League. He was talking negative about the Negro League. Get what he said? He had denounced the validity of the Negro Leagues, but he wants to come pluck our players out. He was telling the people, he said, he called it racketeering. All the guys are gangsters. All these guys are good. Everybody down there ain't shit. They said, he's a crook. He got put. That she is, because of women on us. She's a gangster. She shot too. I mean, he was bad-mouthing them, y'all. We got to look at our history. Absolutely, Slim. I tried to tell y'all it's bigger than Chris Walker talking about. Well, I just can't believe the NCAA and these member schools would do that. I just don't believe that it's that important. Y'all, we can't be institutionalized. That's why I keep on y'all to listen. Watch this. Watch this, y'all. Hold up. He discredited Rube Foster's whole vision. Do y'all hear me? Branch Rickey, this ain't in the history books. Despite going and digging deep and finding people like Cool Papa Bell and what's my man just got Bob Kendricks, all the people at the baseball museum. You got to talk to those people. They're telling you all of these stories. Buck O'Neil told it all. Check this out. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all got to share this. I need some people to hear this. Mate, I need the millions of people you talking about. I need them right now. Especially our people. Branch Rickey talk negative about us. You know how people talk negative about the HBCUs, and they get some of us to talk about our own HBCUs. DeMar Hall, what's up? They get, man, them HBCUs ain't there. Y'all know it. But Thaddeus Moody, you done heard it. Thaddeus Moody, how many people look just like you talk negative about HBCUs all the time? We got two guys, Kevin Freeman, Thaddeus Moody, HBCU products. Great men. The hell you gonna say something bad about HBCU? And the only reason we got them, because they wouldn't let us in theirs. But soon as we able to make them some money, Pat Bryant said, I got to get me one of them. He just ran up and down on my Texas boys. I got to get me one of them there, them. I got to get me some of them. Watch this. This billion-dollar industry that college sports is today is because of the black gold. It's because of our athletic prowess. The billion-dollar industry comes without, it don't come without players that can jump high and can run fast. So they built it. Our black gold, our black talent built it. Rube Foster was trying to do the same thing. Deion Sanders is our black gold. They took it from, they gave him an offer he couldn't receive. They gave him an offer he couldn't receive. I said $1 billion industry. I didn't say how many, Mr. Johnson. Check this out. If there is ever an industry that we should control and create jobs for thousands, maybe millions of our people, it should be sports. It should be sports. It should be sports. What's up, Jimmy? What's up, baby? Jimmy, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I got you. I got you in a minute. Y'all think about this. I'm going to say it one more time. If there is ever an industry, forget all them other industries, but if there's ever an industry that we should control and create jobs for thousands and maybe millions of other people like us, it should be sports. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry that's completely dependent on us. Sports and entertainment should be our economic base right now. The only people that benefit are the black people that are playing. The coaches and the sponsors and everybody else, the thousands of people, when you watch a college football game, who are getting paid from outside of our community. Thousands and thousands of people in the network selling the Lexuses and selling the Pepsis and all of this. And you get these athletes and maybe they getting something. But y'all, I think Rube Foster had a vision to ensure that we would create an economic base. Do me a favor, go study the history of the Negro Leagues. They was getting bread. They was riding around in the finest cars and the finest thing. They had the money, they had the stadiums, it packed and everything. And Branch Rickey said, hell no, I want some of that money. We think, well, it's Jackie and went on with Jackie, he's our man. He done went. No, y'all. No. What if we got all the talent and the best black athletes? I've been saying this for years at a HBCU. Y'all used to say, but how did it never happen? And then Deion got one. And then they say, oh, hell no, man. Hey, no, you got to come. I got to have you in Colorado. Let's get you out of there. Let's get you out of there. Y'all check it out now. That would change the recruitment of the HBCUs. That would change the economy. And even more significantly, Jimmy, sports has always been a vehicle to look at social issues. So like when Jackie Robinson integrated, it planted a seed of integration in society. Prime goes back home and organizes people and bringing all his contacts to building out economic base plants, a very powerful seed for black people, and show us that we can do for ourselves in everyday society. Business is booming in Jackson, Mississippi. We might not have no good water, but business is booming. We know some of the challenges of HBCUs have. I know. It's always a sentiment that they are shady and are not doing enough. But let me tell you something. Me being around them, these people are busting their tail at these HBCUs to keep the doors open and provide a better opportunity for our students. HBCUs, y'all got to remember, they mirror the black community. I'm going to remember, look in the mirror. The HBCUs mirror the black community. Prime, in his home community where he came from Fort Myers, Florida. I bet you go back there, it's economic issues. We got a problem that our dollar don't bounce for 6 hours in our community. We have no Black Wall Street. We don't have no banks. We don't have no grocery stores. So when we get to talking about stuff like this, man, I want you to have a holistic approach to understand. I want us to just be smarter. When I said this community, when I go to the gym, a summer basketball event, and I see all of us in there, this stuff should be controlled by us. When I say that, people get mad at me and get, well, why are you saying that? Man, he trying to, no, I'm just trying to make y'all open your eyes. Y'all think y'all know it all, but y'all don't know. Y'all should be thinking like Rube Foster. An economic infrastructure that everybody benefit, not just one, not just 2 or 3 guys. Everybody benefit. Everybody benefit. So that's, I just want to give y'all that today because I know y'all want to. But Jimmy, what you got going on, man? I'm good. I'm good. You on mute.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, share the show right now to your timelines. Share the show to your groups. I'm going to share it right with y'all. Let's get this share on right now. We're going to do a share surge through social media right now on the Facebook and the YouTube Boom Boom Rooms. I want to add something, Ada. You mentioned, you say about we don't have any Black-owned banks. We have one right in Houston. That's the only Black-owned bank in Texas.
I'm talking about overall.
Well, I mean, but that's one.
I'm talking about overall. And I wasn't talking about Houston. I'm talking about the United States. See, you think Houston. I'm thinking United States.
That's the only one in Texas.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
So that means that's the HBCU.
We don't have our own banks.
Well, okay.
No. When I said watch my mouth, I said we don't have our own banks, plural, and our own grocery stores, period. You said we got one black bank?
Okay, but that's just one start. That's
okay, but I'm just saying we don't, Jimmy, we have one start.
Okay, but think of it as the HBCU. Think of that black bank as the Jackson State of banks. Think of that, it's called Unity National Bank.
I know what it's called.
And it's one block from Texas Southern University. It's, once again, it's not a Houston thing. It's the only Black-owned bank in the state of Texas.
That ain't what I was talking about. But you missed the whole. You missed the whole. No, that wasn't the point. You're bringing up your new point. That wasn't my point.
Okay, because
no. I'm just letting you know that wasn't my point.
No, okay.
I didn't mention that. I said we don't have black banks. We don't have plural, and we don't have black grocery stores. We don't have plural. Now you finna come and say, well, we got Unity Bank. I know we got Unity Bank, but what of them? What of them? Houston been around a long time, ain't it?
But that's not the only.
Houston been around a long time, haven't it?
That's not the only black-owned bank in the country, though. So it takes more than one to make it plural. I was thinking about one right there.
Okay, excuse me. We don't have enough black banks, and we don't have enough grocery stores. If I'd have said it that better, that help you out a little bit better.
That makes it.
Okay. We don't have enough.
Because what happens if everybody in Houston or in Texas made a conscious effort to get $100 and open up a bank account at Unity National Bank? Their borrowing power would increase by about almost $1 billion. Because it's 10-1 on borrowing power with banks. So I'm just saying that's how it starts. Their lending power would be able to increase to our people. But a lot of people probably rode by there. They know what This Is It is at. And that bank is located in the same parking lot with This Is It, the famous soul food diner in Houston. That bank is in the same parking lot. It's been sitting there. Used to be a Rice supermarket, I think, back in the days. But I want to just share that just in case it's Black history, especially with the gentrification of many of our communities, and Third Ward, which is now has been translated into, what do they call it? The what?
Economic corridor.
Economic corridor. That's what they call Third Ward on the paper now. Now we still know it as Third Ward, and it's just a matter of time because they've broken ground on the east. We call it EDO, East Downtown, on that East End project, which is going to be a mirror of what we know as City Center. They're going to have just state of the art, master planned business and.
How much of that we own, man? How much of that we own? How much of that we go on? We can sit and talk about stuff like that. We talking about our economic, my subject, and you just, I guess you just going to another thing. But if we're not owning it, then I don't care.
But a lot of our people did own a lot of those properties in that has been, we're talking about in the gentrification projects with the Third Ward and the Fifth Ward, but they opted to sell. That's a whole different conversation. So we did own a lot of Fifth Ward. We did own a lot of Third Ward.
We owned Central Park, and now you can't get on there. So yeah, we owned, slaves owned, Black people owned Central Park. And now they can't even walk through there. You can't even walk through there and watch the birds without a Karen calling the police on you. So yeah, I'm just talking about. We were talking about Black empowerment, and that's what that was. This whole subject was about. And you just we gonna talk about that. But what else we got? Yeah. That is Moody keep wanting to talk about the bright lights in MSG. Illinois won. I mean, you want to talk about that?
I mean, they won thanks to Texas.
Yeah, they won. Let's talk about that. Please talk about that for him, because I wasn't going to talk about that in a minute.
Not the school Texas, but the players from Texas.
Yeah.
And that's the transfer from Texas Tech, who killed them with 12 of his 14 points in overtime for Illinois, and Matt Mayer. Remember, Matt Mayer was at Baylor last year. He put his name in the NBA draft and left, got in the portal. Now guess what? He was 5 for 5 from 3-point land last night for Illinois.
And averaged 5 points a game.
Before this season.
This season. Before that game, he averaged 5 points a game.
And went loose on Texas.
In the bright lights.
Yeah, so that's but an overtime game. So it wasn't, that was a good finish and a great win for Illinois. It's not like Illinois is unranked. But Texas was number 2, so they're going to fall. Not hard, depending on what they do. They have another game this week, but I would think that Texas will still. You realize people that fell hard is North Carolina, UNC. The Tar Heels have lost 4 straight games. They were number what? Wasn't they number 1?
They were number 1.
Then they out of the top 25 2 weeks later. They're
if you lose 4 games, you got to be out.
Well, they just lost the 4th one last night. They had lost 3 to get out in a row. They tumbled but clean up out of there.
I didn't see the game. I taped the game. I didn't see the Texas game. I ain't just had time to see nothing.
I saw a piece at the beginning. I saw the piece of it. It was tight game all the way through. But speaking of, we talking about number 2 and number 18 and all that. Let's talk about number 1, the Houston Cougars. Number 1, when those other teams number 1, that's what they start the conversations with. When the other teams number 1, when Duke was number 1, that'll be the talk of the night. So it's our obligation to thrust the University of Houston into the conversation. We're not gonna wait till if and when they lose, because they have 2 very testing and long and highly anticipated games coming up. One is this Saturday when Alabama comes to town. And you remember last year when they played Alabama, how the referees, I hardly ever get on the referees, nowadays. But that was a goaltending, man. That U of H lost by 1 point. I think it was 83-82 last year when they played Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Now, Alabama comes to Houston this Saturday.
You talking about when they kicked over all the stuff and the boy had to clean up the trash?
Well, yeah, the game ended on a no call on the goaltender.
Yeah, I mean,
and which was a bad call. Well, and then also the Cougars visit Virginia, Virginia will be ranked number 2. They're number 3, I think, right now. They're going to be ranked number 2. So that's going to be number 1 versus number 2 on the road. And of all the cities, Charlottesville, Virginia, whose people have by default, where it is now. After what happened in that city over the past, between the Tiki Torch movement and then the recent football player who killed a couple of his ex-teammates. So that would be quite an atmosphere. And that John Paul Arena on that campus, it's nothing else to do in Charlottesville. Unless you're going to go drive over to Thomas Jefferson's plantation and read about Sally Hemings, and all that right there back in the days. That's all. Ain't nothing else to do. Oh, you go by Mel's Chicken, black-owned soul food spot right there in the middle of town. He makes some good chicken. He dropped that chicken, that grease out. That's all right there. But last night I saw again. I always look through the box scores, and it's natural for me. And JVL Francis, man, once again came off the bench. We know the Cougars beat North Florida 76-42. It was a blowout game, yeah. But that's a total contrast for them struggling against St. Mary's this past weekend.
St. Mary's different from Tarleton. A whole different animal.
Well, I'm just saying, but U of H.
Different animal.
U of H struggles. When you talking about St. Mary's, U of H just
but U of H struggled because they played against a better team. Tarleton is no match. Tarleton get beat. Man, St. Mary's is St. Mary's Mary gonna give anybody some trouble. All them 25-year-old boys on that team, yes, they're gonna get anybody some trouble. So that I'm not surprised U of H didn't struggle. Them dudes gonna make everybody go look at their scores from everybody. St. Mary's is like that. They ain't great, but they gonna make it ugly. They gonna make it ugly for you. You ain't finna come in there and just knock their head in. So but Tarleton State, that's a headbeat.
What are you talking when you said Tarleton State?
Tarleton, it's not a better. Tarleton is an inferior matchup.
How Tarleton get in this conversation? That's not U of H.
Who did U of H beat? Who did U of H beat?
North Florida.
Okay, North Florida. That's what I meant. North Florida. Whoever U of H played yesterday, was no match for St. Mary's. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, but if U of H plays St. Mary's 10 more times, neither one of those games would be a 2-possession result. Okay. They would play them hard. It wouldn't be a 2-possession result. Okay. And that's what I meant by that. And they wouldn't hold U of H no 3 points. That wouldn't happen again. Okay. That was one of those games where every team this year has had one where they struggled offensively, and U of H, that was their turn. Because remember, they shot the lights out.
So U of H struggled. St. Mary's didn't have nothing to do with the struggle.
Well, you can always. That's like when you asked Chris yesterday about the old.
I'm just talking about.
That's like the same cliche that you can have two things that can be true and at the same time. So their defense. You could say their defense was great, but their U of H offense was horrible or bad. We've seen U of H
played against a formidable foe. That's why the game was close. That's all. This North Florida was not a formidable foe for U of H. No, that's what they call them. That's a cupcake. That's a cupcake right there. They ain't never been beat Gonzaga. These people have beaten Gonzaga a few times before. So St. Mary's have. They traditionally have a pretty good team out there. They always the second best team in their conference. North Florida, who owned North Florida? Who the coach from North Florida? Where is North Florida? In Tampa? Where is it at? No, it ain't. No, it's Central Florida.
It ain't Tampa. I'm trying to think. Coach, I'm trying to think. Is that the guy from Baylor coaches at?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the Baylor's ex-assistant coach is at North Florida. One of you guys, Kevin Freeman, or somebody can look it up and see if I'm not mistaken. But now this same St. Mary's team just lost to New Mexico. All right. Mm-hmm. So they're a much better team than North Florida. I'm just saying that's not,
I ain't say they was the number one team in the nation. I said it's a formidable foe. You can go look at their whole record if you want to. And I still tell you a million times, they are a formidable foe to you. Their style of play is going to make a U of H play like that. That's all I'm saying. You think U of H ain't finna run over everybody, dude. That's all. Be ready for that. I know you're a homer and a homer and a homer. They ain't finna run over everybody.
No, it's not the issue about them running over everybody. They struggled in the first game, I think, of the season. Was a struggle win. If I'm not mistaken, when U of H. Was that last
the reason I was thinking about Tarleton, because that's who Baylor played. Thank you. That's why it was in my mind. I forgot who U of H. I knew they played a Pansy though. Oh, it's in Jacksonville? Okay, thank you. Yeah, but you can go, man. St. Mary's.
Matt Driscoll. He used to be at Baylor. That's who's at North Florida.
Okay. Well, he came up here and got this one.
Yeah, I mean that's a good, but that's relationships. Okay. You got their check, as well.
That's a relationship. He coached at Texas. What U of H got to do with it?
Well, the relationship. I mean, sometimes guys by him being in Texas at Baylor when his days up under Scott Drew, Matt Driscoll. I'm talking about the head coach. So you have relationships, certain guys, and that way now. See, a school like North Florida, they get to come into Houston, and any type of decent showing, you don't know until you get there. A decent showing can help you in recruiting. It can help your coaches get in there, and that way you can. Some people, potential prospects or their parents can see how, get to meet your coaches there, get to meet, shoot around, get to come there and see how it goes. So it's always a benefit for when schools like that can come in. Not everybody can get those games. But that's a good thing on that. Now Baylor, how did Baylor lose to Tarleton State?
Baylor didn't lose.
Well, you said Baylor beat Tarleton State.
They beat Tarleton State. That's who they played.
Oh, okay.
Baylor didn't lose.
I was just for to say how you said.
Nobody said Baylor lost. I said Tarleton State is a college. I compared them to South Florida. They got their head tore off, and LJ and the other guy didn't even start. Didn't even play. What's the guard name? The guard from Presbyterian. What's his name, y'all? The other starting point guard.
The one start with an F. The last name start with an F.
Flagler didn't play. They didn't play last night. Yeah. That's why I compared them to. Both of them was pansies. That's why I compared. No, Baylor did. No. It's all good. Can struggle against anybody as long as they beat Memphis. Shut up. What you call it? Where you been, man? Where you been?
Man, Mr. Katie sit there and just wait.
Man, you know what? Some people just sit back like it was somebody was on. We was talking about something and we mentioned something and we didn't know this dude was on the feed. This just pop up when you mentioned something about Dallas. This one just popped up on the screen. He been listening the whole damn time. He been in there the whole damn time, man. It's funny. Jeremy Johnson, I'm not worried about you, man. I'm not thinking about you today. First half was close in Baylor's. Yeah, first half. You know what? Y'all kill me. Yeah, you know what? Y'all kill me with the first half was close. It's two halves, man. Y'all tell me that when it ain't but one half to a game. The first half was close. And you got to play the second half too. It killed me when people say that. That's one of my pet peeves. Well, the first half, they was good through the first three quarters. But what about the last quarter? That's when the champions are made in the last quarter. But yeah, it killed me with that one. And I can't believe that came from a coach. Oh my God. Corey having PTSD from all them players leaving A&M, I think.
They've had over 15. over 15 people in the transfer portal from Texas A&M football this season. Remember, didn't last year they had the #1 recruiting class in the country or something like that coming in this past season? And that freshman class, let me tell you, Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M didn't even qualify for a bowl. Rice is going to play in the bowl.
What?
They didn't even qualify for a bowl.
No, that's got to be a misprint.
No. You tell me what bowl they going to.
The toilet bowl?
No, the bowl where Takeoff got shot at. That's what bowling. The bowling alley. That's what bowling. What they go?
How? Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. This man get all of them recruits to come, got that big contract, and now they leaving him. So money don't keep you.
Oh, the collective didn't keep him there.
So you telling me money don't keep you? You know, you always talking about the bag. So you're saying the money? So these guys will come and get the money and then leave the university? Why would a player do that?
Once you get the bread, then for a lot of people, it ain't about the bread no more. Because a lot of people don't know how to get that bread and save that bread. Now they just go get some more bread, just that easy. You got it that one time. You go, remember now, you go back in that portal. They got another collective out there that they're gonna put together for some of those kids and go right up under their nose.
Jimmy, this Texas A&M. The maroon and gold, the white and maroon and white, Jimmy, they was talking about that, the #1 recruiting class in the country next to Alabama. And 21 guys just said, it ain't but 80 something on the team. And Jimmy, it's about time for us to talk about we're too late now, but we got to talk about our, it's over 20 games. It's 20 games for the NBA season.
We do that tomorrow then. Yeah, that's way we got some homework to do.
But once you get it, it produces. You got to produce. Bye-bye, Mo comment. Oh, okay. All right. Wait till, I like that. Alabama has 14 in the portal, but we ain't talking about Alabama. We talking about 90 minutes away from here. We a little bit far. We talking about 90 minutes down the road, man. 90 minutes.
Say, there's an old term called dry snitching, right?
Oh, that Alfio snitching?
No. We speaking of Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher. Remember, how did him and Nick Saban get into it at first? Wasn't it because of what was known on the streets as dry snitching from Jimbo Fisher?
Yeah, I thought Nick started it.
Oh, who started it? I'm not sure.
Nick said in the press conference, I'm not finna go by these players like Dion and Jimbo Fisher and did.
Okay, so that's how it started.
Yeah.
It was him dry snitching, right?
Yeah.
So then Jimbo goes back and forth with Nick
Jimbo
Saban.
said, y'all don't know him like I know him. In other words, I used to work for this mother. When you find out what he really is, you're going to really, he wasn't dry, Jimmy. He was wet snitching. But keep going. Okay. Nick Saban. I call him New Saban.
So here's Jimbo Fisher on yesterday.
What he saying?
In the press conference. Because they have a press conference every week, and they ask him about
ain't the season over for them? What the hell he doing during the press conference?
Well, because it's still got obligations like in the contracts, do radio, some TV, certain media shows, and they have a weekly Zoom.
Okay.
Right. So
what
they ask him because now they question all these dudes are transferring out. That means a lot of alumni had invested, the collectives had invested in some of these recruits. Got to know their parents, let them in their suites, let them give them jobs at their businesses. That's all that stuff goes on in big time football. It's not nothing new, not just A&M. But they wonder, okay, man, how are these dudes leaving? We had 4 get in trouble. You kicked them off the team. Supposed to have been all Americans. Now these guys are leaving. So now here's what Jimbo Fisher said. I'm going to quote him on this, guy. Y'all shout the show while we ready. I'm going to read this quote. This is verbatim from Nick Saban. And I want you to tell me what this sounds like. They asked him about because he's saying now he has to go in the transfer portal to probably replace these guys instead of going back and going so heavy in the high school ranks. It's insinuating and believed that A&M is going to, like I say, go large on the portal this year. He says you look at every high school kid out there and you look at everybody in the portal, and if they can help your team, yeah, you sign them, okay? But when a guy gets in the portal and knows where he's going, if they stay in the portal for a while, you can recruit guys. But if they're in the portal for only one day, how do you recruit him? And how do you know they're going in, right? They're going to stay in. To know that, you'd have to be doing what? Tampering. We're not going to do that. And so they asked him, okay, well, what can be done about this so-called tampering? And then Jimbo responded, that's not for me. That's for the NCAA. Does that qualify as
That's dry snitching right there. That's some. Hey, Jim.
So you cry about the other guy dry snitching, but then you come right back a few months later and you drop the same.
Jim, from where I come from, they call them a H-A-N. Where I come from. I'm sorry, Mate. I'm sorry, Mate. I need you to follow. I need my women to follow along with me. I know these guys slow, but I need my women to be fast and quick. But I apologize. So what else you got, Jimmy? Jimmy, so Jumbo Fishing. Now that's Corey Winters' dude. I mean, that's Corey Henderson's guy, right?
Yeah.
Corey, have you ever met him yet, Corey? Jimmy, get where I met him at. I met him at a 7-on-7, but his son was playing. That's why he could be at the 7-on-7. He had a little son playing. That was a few years back.
Well, I met him back in when he was at LSU as assistant coach under Nick Saban, and so I met Jimbo back in those days.
Hey man, that's wrong. They wrong for that, man. I thought they were gonna really get down and get down and get nasty with it.
What you mean?
I thought they was gonna go. I thought they were gonna on site.
You mean them two? Nick Saban them.
I thought on site I'm smacking him in his mouth.
Oh, it got there, but it just people pulled them back, reeled them both back in. It was.
Craig Foley want to talk about some high school basketball. We'll give you a few minutes. What you want to hear about high school basketball, Craig? Foley?
Craig. What you
want to hear about?
He say Summer Creek. He say he wants to hear about
Summer Creek.
So, he say he wants you to tell him what you're doing about
Summer Creek. All right. I like number 11. See, that's what I did. You know what I love about that game? I went and I asked Coach. I said, Coach, Jimmy, let me shout out to Summer Creek. Jimmy, do you know Summer Creek's women coaches? They are off the chain. Them two, well, you know their names because I want you to call. They something else. They made my day. Guess what one of them gonna tell me? Guess what they gonna tell me, Jimmy. One of them came over there and sat down, right? She told her, don't say much over here because there's some sharks over here. I said, who you talking about? Talking about me. I said, I ain't no shark. I'm a man. Hey, I cheered for both of them. Matter of fact, you ain't been over here long enough to know who I've been cheering for. But right before the game, I talked to Coach Coleman. I said, Coach, who are your best players? He told me about the little Weefall kid. But then he told me about, but I already knew about Weefall. But he said number 11. He a little hurt right now, but he gonna play. And Jimmy, number 11, I don't know his name, gave him 33. Number 11 for, what's his name? Is his name Cam Patterson?
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. I like him, Jim. Yeah. Cam Patterson is a dude. He had 33. That's him. Jimmy, the man said he was hurt. So I sat back and said, okay. And but I hate to see when he ain't hurt. We talked about Raphael Warnock. Go and go back to the beginning of the show. So what you want us to say, Craig? It wasn't no great game. I mean, it was okay, huh?
Well, Summer Creek is plain and simple. Summer Creek, I saw them play in the Hoops Giving Classic a couple of weeks ago. They beat up on a depleted Bel Air team. They did beat them like they were supposed to. They pulled away, but it was a close game in the first half. Summer Creek did what they supposed to do in the second half and pulled on the way. I like Kyle Morgan. He's an unsigned senior on that team that has been playing pretty damn well this year. He's a serviceable non-Division I prospect that can play immediately at the right non-Division I school. I'm telling you. And also, you mentioned Cam Patterson. He's a 11th grader on that team. You have Bryson Wheatfall, who's a sophomore on that team. Both Cam and Bryson are ranked in the top 10 in their respective class in the greater Houston area. So that's their base. Mm-hmm. That's the threesome. Every team, you try to think of that what they call them, that three-headed monster. We try to, and that kind of builds most teams. You can think of three of them that you can rely on, and that's the three from Summer Creek. And they have other people, on that team. That's great. Jordan Brown, he transferred in from New Caney, and he's the X factor on that team. He comes off the bench, but he's long and he's experienced from starting last year at New Caney before transferring over there. And you got the little kid, Vanderstead, the white shooter. He's solid. That team there, and guess what? One thing about Coach Coleman, he stresses no matter what, he gonna live and die by the pressure. You gonna get after it. Yeah. And he's passionate.
I sure wish I was playing against his team that night. I wish I was coaching against him that night.
Which night?
That night against Shadow Creek. Yeah, I mean, I saw some holes. Hey, Coleman, I saw some holes in that defense, but they didn't see it, so it don't matter what I saw. But Craig, I want to ask you, because I saw an incident in this game, and I want to shout out to this young lady. Shout out to Kalisa Dixon. I guess that's the coach at Summer Creek. I didn't get a chance. I talked to her, but I didn't know her name. She assistant coach. They were cool. But they had a young lady in this game, Jimmy. What happened? She was at the free throw line. The referee said 1-1. Right? The referee said 1-1. Please tell me, shout out to Coach Dixon. Tell her I said it too, Craig. Craig, tell me this young lady's name because I got to give her a shout out, Craig. Craig, so guess what? She shot the first shot, Jimmy, and missed it. Nobody moved. She got the rebound and put it back in. The refs and everybody on the floor forgot about it except her. The Shadow Creek players, Zakara Perkins, that's my girl. Is that Ben Perkins' daughter?
I don't think Ben lives in Shadow Creek zone.
Oh, okay. Well, she said Perkins. Listen to me, y'all. The ref, where my ref at? I know I got a couple of them on there. Jimmy. That's Bryson Wheatfall's sister.
Yeah.
Okay. But Jimmy, listen. The refs didn't have a clue. Get what they did? They couldn't figure it out. They just gave her 2 more shots. But they took a shot away from the young lady because I said, I love her. She the only one in the gym that on the floor. Only one on the floor that understood what was going on. The other players from Shadow Creek just stood there. Everybody just stood there. She got her rebound and put that thing up. I said, wow, I love her. So shout out to, let me get that name again. That's my girl now. Zakara, what that name? Zakara Perkins, you rock today. This Women Rock Wednesday, that's my woman rock today. Yeah.
And so you guys, what we'll do now, we just only got a couple more minutes when we are officially in overtime. But we'll address some of your questions on high school sports right now. So shoot them up. I think they got a couple of them in the box for you. You can put them on the screen. So I guess they're coming from both platforms. And
if you see one, give me. I got to go all the way back.
No, it's one in the guest chat.
But I can't transfer that to that. You want me to read it? I can't transfer that to the screen.
Oh, you can't. Oh, I thought you pull that up out of there.
No. I can't transfer that. I got to transfer it from my feed to the screen.
So
won't transfer.
Of course, meanwhile, while we're getting that together, we give a shout out to Fred Payne, front cover boy of the magazine. He had 26 points last night for Legacy, the School of Sports Science. And shout out to Alfio, who's has been consistent at viewing and airing the Chop Shop in his classroom to his media students, and is inspiring future journalists and reporters and photographers and whatnot out there. But this kid Fred Payne is the one sitting down right here on the front cover of the magazine. He had 20. He signed with Boston College, and he's the starting point guard for Legacy, the School of Sports Science. They have two teams. They have a national team and a regional team. And the national team is the one that does a lot of traveling. And they came from Texarkana this past weekend, playing in Glenn Smith's Hoop Fest up there. And they'll be traveling. I don't know where they're going to be playing this weekend. I think they might. I'm not sure where they're playing this weekend, but it's a lot of basketball going on this weekend as well. But one of the questions I think first is
he said, "Jake, what you think about Fur?"
Oh man,
I got Angels thing already.
What I think about Fur is I think I put it on social media the other day about this Fur team, and Fur is in the district with Booker T. Washington, with Yates, Wheatley, Cashmere. Booker T. Washington is the favorite to win that district, and that's going into the season. And they took a loss, got upset at home last night. However, Fur has beaten Cashmere, and they've beaten Wheatley by like 64 points combined in the past week and a half. This Fur team they're pretty they're pretty good. They're hungry. They have a big transfer move in, but they have the football season's over with. They brought back everybody from last year. They got this one kid, Cameron Hurd. Cameron Hurd, he's a senior now. They have a couple of kids that signed Division I football on this basketball team. They're talented, and they're good enough to. I'm not sure if Fur can win 5 straight games and get to the regional, to get to state, or get to the regional finals, but they are good enough to make it to regional and to keep either Silsby or Booker T from getting there. So that's the things. You take it however you want it with that. This Fur team, they play Yates on Friday. I'm sorry, they play Booker T, I think. No, Yates played Booker T on Friday. Fur plays Booker T, I think, right after they come back around the 19th, something like that, before they go out for the holiday break. This team is definitely, and the thing is, when they play Booker T, let me tell y'all something. Booker T. Washington, coach, and Fur coach, they don't like each other. So when you got two coaches that don't like
our business, man.
They ain't got to love each other. Or they ain't got to like each other.
Why they don't like? What two coaches not liking each other?
Well, here's the thing. A season or two ago, there was, HISD, a lot of those teams play double headers, triple headers at locations. And there was a note stuck on the dressing room door for the Booker T head coach. And ain't but one more team had access to that. And it was definitely after a few text messages from the coaches, it was suspected being Fur, and Fur did not deny, but that their disdain that for Booker T, and when they were getting all these players, Adam, that was the origin of the note. Like, in other words, accusing you of recruiting, because they had 3 players, two or three that came from came from Seed King. Another kid transferred in. One kid came from the Heights. Remember, Chris McDermott started at the Heights. He would have been at the Heights High School as a 9th grader. He transferred shortly after school term, came to Booker T. Washington. So now they get to play each other, and Booker T. Washington and Fur, or this game is definitely a must-see whenever they play each other. I want to say it's December. I said December the 19th. It sounds about right. One of you guys can look it up. But I mentioned Cameron Hurd, and they have the other kid, the little fella Jacoby Giles, and they got the Kendall kid. So I mean, I like Fur. So let's keep winning. That's all I can tell you. Keep winning, Fur. Keep winning.
I got them questions available now.
All right, what we
all
got?
I had to do is go back and look at them. I had to go back and look at them in my. You got one. Let me start. We'll go here. We'll go with old Glenn Bishop. He said, let's shout out to Stafford High School, ranked number 9 in the state and 10-2. Glenn Bishop Jr., his son, hit the game-winning shot at the hoop pick. You said that last week, didn't you? I guess he wants to know again. All right?
I said that last week. Now, here's the deal.
Okay.
Stafford played last night against Texas City. Who won that game last night? You telling us about something 2 weeks ago. What did Glenn Bishop do last night? That's what I need to know. We need to know. That's what I'm saying. We got to be consistent and we keep it real.
Well, I mean, it's the day. He should have posted that.
Yeah, we're talking current events. Current events. Today.
Yeah, come on, man. Go. I got another. We don't get past him. That ain't even important. Mark Edwards said.
Okay, Mark Edwards says, read it out, Heather.
So Duncanville High School gets kicked out of their league for this season. They withdraw to play a national schedule and are ranked in the top 5 nationally. Do I have that correct?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Why?
Duncanville did not withdraw. They were ruled that they could not play in the postseason. Now, it's going to be intriguing up in DFW because I've talked with a couple of coaches up there, and this thing could get funky. Meaning that in district play, meaning Duncanville cannot go back to the postseason. They were already scheduled to play a national schedule. Non-district, those games were put on, the ink was on the paper months ago for that schedule. So they didn't just go and create a new schedule. They were already playing. They will be in Duncanville will be in Phoenix for the Hoop Hall Classic on Thursday. Then they'll leave and fly to Salt Lake City, and they will play Saturday in the Hoop Fest in Glenn Smith's Holiday Hoop Fest. Beaumont United would be up there in Salt Lake City as well. So we're Fate Family. And on the boys' side, I think on the girls' side from Texas, DeSoto will be there. I know for sure off the top of my head, I'm not sure if it's any other girls' Texas-based team. But once again, and I'm glad you asked that question. That way you can clarify and people start to put a narrative like Duncanville had this great choice to play. No. They already were scheduled nationally. And right now, the national rankings can only measure them on what their schedules. No, nothing hurt. Just that their season will end the Valentine's Day, shortly the Valentine's Day week. That'd be the end of their season. Other teams will end a month later. That's the only difference. Thanks, Glenn Bishop. I like the honesty and integrity. Texas City, because Stafford lost last night. You was telling us to pump their win up at the buzzer from 2 weeks ago. What happened last night? And that's why my question was, what did Glenn Bishop do last night? As well. I asked two questions. Need to know, what did he do last night? We want to know, make sure he's consistent. He's the leading scorer on that team. So remember, I tell you what I always say, Hatter. If you're gonna lose, then do what? Then get what?
Get your money.
Get paid. So did he get paid in that loss? Because there's another unsigned. Because
there ain't no buzzer beater in that loss.
And I'm not trying to make fun and not jugging at Mr. Bishop at all. But I'm telling you this. I'll put it in perspective. I go in the magazine, Adam, I'm looking at the rankings right now. The seniors, this is to put this stuff in perspective. Okay, Mr. Bishop is ranked number 36 among all of the seniors in the area in the magazine. He's number 36. 36. The team he played against last night, right, has a kid ranked number 24. Mm-hmm. They're both the same size, Hatter. They both about the same, give and take an inch. They both 6'4"-ish, 6'5"-ish. He's an unsigned senior as well, who feels that he should be having college coaches ringing. He played on that team that this past summer, and they won a lot. Right? So the question is, that's a hell of a matchup. That's a good film to have. Who won that battle between C.J. McCain, right? He's from Texas City, and Glenn Bishop Jr. That's what I want to know. And I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm curious. It couldn't have been damaging. The final score was in the 50s. You just showed that, Hatter. So, but I wanted to know who won that battle? Who won that? Who got bragging rights on that? Now, what's the next question?
Oh yes, whoever we had old Angel. Angel. So my question, since I would be there for 3 days, who is going to win this side hoops, and do any of the CFISD teams have a chance?
Mm-hmm. First, we'll start with the last. CFISD is Cy-Fair Independent School District. Mm-hmm. That's the third largest school district in the state of Texas.
Okay.
The third largest school district in the state of Texas is Cy-Fair ISD. HISD is number 1. Dallas Independent School District is number 2. Cy-Fair number 3. And I think the one in San Antonio is number 4. But who do I think is going to win? Man, first of all, I give you my 4 favorites. Out of the top quad, I'd like Summer Creek. They're playing a good brand of basketball right now. They beat Goose Creek Memorial. Goose Creek Memorial, I think they beat up on by 25 last night. And remember, Goose Creek Memorial beat Beaumont Westbrook, I think, this past weekend. So I like Summer Creek. In the second quad, Silsbee has their whole team back, but they're not in basketball shape.
And they got beat by 1,000 last night.
Beaumont United beat them by 30 last night.
1,000.
And they don't have the whole team back. They got everybody except one starter back. He got injured in the football game this past weekend. And he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So he won't be playing this weekend. I don't think so. Now, still, you got Draylon Miller and Jared Harris, but Draylon is not in basketball shape for this right here. So they could meet Dickinson in the second round. I'm thinking that Dickinson is going to make it to the semifinals, right? Then on the bottom bracket quad, I'm rolling with it's basically almost, you got Denton Guyer, Cy Falls. I'm thinking Cy Falls, all they got to do is beat Eisenhower the first game, beat Keller or Cy Springs the second game. They're in the quarterfinals at that point. Glenn Bishop, we didn't say Glenn why they didn't guard each other. Let me pause this Cy-Fair conversation to give you something. Let me tell you something. I would assume your kid is the star player on the team, and you got a game like that. Did that kid need to be Wesley Yates you were playing against? Would he ever go? At some point, I've seen several young men this season already go to their coach and say, let me get him. Even though they don't play the same position. Let me get him because I need that game film against that dude in order to get my butt in college and increase my chances of being recruited.
So you saying the other guy is ranked 20-something?
24.
I'm finna guard him like I'm guarding him.
What was the final score of that game again?
1 point.
Thank you. So that means that game was tight. That means, coach, let me get him down the stretch.
Coach, I'm getting him the whole game, coach.
I mean, even if
I need all that tape, coach.
You got to go and get him.
I don't care what the coach said.
It's best not to even say that at all. Don't even say that at all.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't the question. I'd ask who had the better game. Who got the better? Guess what? When did LeBron have to guard Spider last night? No.
He should have.
Guess what? But if that was a money game, that's my point. If that was a money game,
he'd have guarded him if he had to.
He would have got on him.
Yeah.
You best believe he'd have said, no, hell, you know what, Beverly, get your head over there and hold him. I got him. That's what, and I'm not comparing your son to LeBron James.
No.
But on his team, on the bell curve, he's the LeBron of his school right now. And I'm kind of hard on you, on guys and on kids, and you guys have seen it over the years. You know why? Because I've seen so many times people try to put air in tires that might really be a Maypop.
Craig Foley being messy. Craig, get off the feed, man. He talking about Jimmy was Glenn supposed to run all around saying what he was finna do to Texas City to build the game up. See, that makes Craig Foley messy, man. He messy.
Well, I guess what would have happened, okay, what do you think would have happened, Craig, if Glenn Bishop would have hit 25, pulled down 12 rebounds, and got the win over that dude, over CJ, and CJ would have had 8 and 8? What do you think they would have did? No, they would have said, why the hell you got him ranked that high? You see what my son just did to that? Yeah. See, that book, they get mad at the magazine. They disrespect the magazine. They don't even call it the magazine. I gave it the name the magazine so you can never have to forget the name of the magazine. It's the magazine. It's a description and a noun in one, an adjective and a noun in one. Now, when they get pissed off about something in the magazine, you know what they call it, Howard?
What?
That book.
Oh, okay.
That book. See, that ain't what you got in that book.
People mad. Yeah, it was some people mad. Hold on. It was some people mad at me because you didn't have that son.
He ain't in Hicks' book.
Man, this stuff be crazy, man. I said, man, y'all don't understand, man. I ain't got no book. I just look at it just like y'all do, man. I'm serious. Sometimes I just know they don't know no better. But I be saying, come on, y'all, parents, slow down. Come on, parents. That Craig Foley messy, man. I done found him out already. He ain't right. He ain't right.
So as it stands, of course, South Grand Prairie.
Whoa. Anson Johnson said my son was guarding Bishop most of the game. Who is Anson? Who your son?
He's a 2024 junior. Anson Johnson was a star player back at Alief Elsik High School, if I'm not mistaken, back, I want to say 2002. Sounds about right, 20 years ago. He was a star player, star forward. And let me look. I want to say
Junior was guarding my man. Okay.
I want to say he's 2024.
Hey. So why did
2024.
Wait a minute, Junior. Okay. All right, okay. But why? I mean, I just see the thing ain't about what Junior did. The thing is, if Jimmy ranks 5 and I'm ranked 10, I'm trying 11 or 13 or 4. I'm trying to bust Jimmy. Ain't nobody gonna tell me not to guard Jimmy. Coach, you gonna have to put me off the team. Coach, you ain't on the floor. You gonna have to just set me down, because I'm finna guard this dude every time I can. But now, hold up. Now, when you're guarding him, now you got to be able to stop him. If you're getting your ass toe off, you're going to get sitting on that bench. So I'm just letting you know. Don't let me talk you into nothing you can't get yourself. You got to have the skills to pay the bills. Now, let me repeat that. You got to have the skills to guard the dude now. So if you go say, hey, coach, I got him, coach. You tell your partners, man, this dude ranked ahead of me, man. I got to bust him. Come on, y'all. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Now if you ain't got it, then you do right. Stay away from that animal. Jimmy, if you know he gonna bust you across your head, don't you go get knocked down further. So, but guess you to the guy up under ain't got nothing to lose, Jimmy.
That's the whole thing. But the guy up under is the one that should be. That's the one that circles that matchup in his mind.
Yes.
The one that's ranked higher is not. He's normally not as enthused or motivated when he's playing a younger ranked team. And it goes the same way, whether it be a team, whether it be a player. That's the thing that I'm getting at.
Right.
And so that means you should have been motivated for this matchup. If you don't win the game, you need to win the matchup.
Gotcha.
That's what y'all call getting paid.
Yeah, I got you.
So that means you lose the game and the matchup. Then that means however good you are, because you and this kid, CJ McCain, Glenn Bishop, I'm not, once again, not fussing at you, but this is a good teachable moment.
A great teachable moment.
They play the same position. They have the same.
Glenn Bishop said his son played the 1, 2, and the 3, and the other dude played the 4. How can he be 6'4" playing 5 and 6? I guess in high school you can do anything.
Recruitability.
Okay. No.
They're the same position.
Okay, I got it. See, that's what, hey, somebody said, who was that said, why I just be quiet? Craig said, how do you ain't saying nothing? Because this Jimmy, hey, that's why I be mad when he come talking about the pro shit. That's stupid stuff. So that's why I be mad. So I refer to him. You said for recruitability, you saying they both say the same thing. Guess what? That's the expert right there. He trying to help you now, parents.
And
he said no one on that team could guard Glenn. What Glenn should have won the game then.
Come on, man. We got to be real on this stuff, man. Got to be real. Maybe that may be true. But if that's the case, and guess what? It may be true that nobody put that thing on the board so everybody can see.
Oh, man, come on, man. No, he put 2 of them up there that's kind of spicy. Hold up. He said, how about that? He said, now what? Hold up. Jimmy, he put a now what up there on us, too. Y'all know I love this kind of stuff. Man, it's overtime, Jimmy. Neither coach had. I ain't talking about the coach. See, this, they kill me with this. The coach. I'm a player. I'm going to the coach and say, I want him. What coach gonna set unless coach know, no, you can't touch him. I ain't finna put your ass on it. Jimmy, what coach would tell, where my coaches at today? What coach would tell, if I got a young kid telling me, Jimmy, you the coach of something. If you had a kid come and tell you, coach, let me get him. You know what I'm gonna say? Sick him.
The coaches, as you put on there, neither coach had their star players guard each other. The question is, you only can speak for your son.
Absolutely.
Did your son go and request or demand from the coach to let me have him? Obviously, it's over with now. It's not the end of the world.
No.
It's a teachable moment.
Yeah.
That's the extra that needs to be, because possibly, I don't know. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this coach.
Oh Lord.
To send me.
You started something, Glenn.
I'm gonna get him to send me a screenshot of the scorebook.
Okay.
Because I could tell who did what in the fourth quarter from that scorebook.
Okay.
And no matter what happens, that's gonna give me the tell of what they, because the rest of the game don't mean. But because that means it is say, for example,
stop it, Jimmy. Stop it. Elton Thomas, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't know what the hell you talking about, the best defenders. We talking about, listen, Elton Thomas, because you done made 2 damn comments. That's why I'm finna come in and correct your ass right now. All time the best defender don't guard the other best player. If I'm trying to get ranked, and I ain't got no damn college scholarship, and it's a guy ranked way ahead of me, 10 spots ahead of me, Elton Thompson, I'm going to ask the coach, let me guard his ass. Now, I'm done with that. You can put your other damn comments up there. Wait, you can talk to yourself from now on. That's the last time I'm going to talk to you. Now, come on, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, guys, it's different.
We just play Hick. No, Jimmy, you got to address this. No, you got to address that. If you don't worry about it, why are you putting it on? See, man, I'm off.
He says we just play Hicks. We don't worry about that. He getting his attentions. So is Glenn. And here's the thing: what I'm getting at, guys, and it gets you guys. Hope you don't take it the wrong way. And it's about accountability. And after a period of time, certain players is going to be measured against other players, whether that's your position or not. They're going to say if you're similar in recruiting, because this kid CJ, he can go and pop out and play the 3 fluently, and that's what he's probably going to have to play at the next level. Both are non-Division I players who think and feel they should be recruited by Division I schools. And my thing is, at this stage, a Division I prospect must consistently be able to dominate 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders right now. You must be able to dominate them. You don't mean by scoring all the time. Dominate. You can dominate a game without scoring a bunch of points. And not saying neither of us are doing that, but that's like a prerequisite. If you think you will be able to play with, get this, with 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, and in some cases 17th graders, that's the same thing as a freshman, junior, sophomore, and a grad senior in college. It's a 17th grade. That's what grade he's in, right? You in the 12th grade right now. If you want me to believe that you can compete with the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th grade while you in the 12th grade, then you should definitely supposed to be able to dominate a 9th, 10th, and 11th grader. That's my point, and it's always been my vision and my understanding to this game. And that's a good point, Angel. Hope these parents are realizing they're writing checks to their children. You have to cash. We're not saying your child can't cash the check. We're not saying he's not good, but when it comes down to certain matchups, for especially a school like Stafford, they don't play. There's not a kid in that district that's probably going to be ranked in the top 20 that they're going to play in district. So once they get January, every time you score 20 and grab 20 rebounds, you know what I'm going to say, or coach will say? Well, he's doing it again. They see the film. He's doing it against Lil Opie. He's doing it against some kid that's 5 foot, that's 6'1", that's playing the center on his team in your district. He's doing it against a bunch of kids that are going to be playing intramural basketball next year. He's supposed to do that against them. So when we get these opportunities, they're few and far in between. You got to capitalize on that if you want that notoriety. Thank you, Craig. If he ranked above you, you got to go get him. No exceptions. You got to go get him. That's all. And I'm not, like I say, I'm not trying to beat up on you. Just letting you know how this thing go. And so, you know what that means? Every game that you play against me, I mentioned that district play, there's going to be a game that you may have a bad game, what they call a bad game. And that's going to be a kid that ain't even ranked, possibly, that's going to be held, who have guarded you that game. And know what that dad going to say on that team? My kid should be ranked higher than him because my little Opie held this kid to only 8 points.
This happened yesterday. Jimmy, you weren't here.
Okay.
The tree lady, the lady was putting up a tree, right? Chris Walker was talking so crazy. The ladies, when I went in there, they said, Chris just don't listen. Both of them said it at the same time. But that was good, Jim. I'm glad. I told y'all the expert. Hey, all he's trying to do is show y'all how to get this stuff done, man. I'm telling you, we done went overtime, and I'm glad. And I said, just go at it, Jimmy, because I hope y'all understand. I never forget. He told me this same stuff, y'all. He said, you know what your son got to do? His team ain't never won. He got to win. He get all them points all he want to. He got to win. So guess what? I told him, young fella, you got to take that bunch of guys you got and you got to turn this into a winner. I didn't go say, well, Jimmy, he doing this. Jimmy, he guarding. No, hold up. You know why you telling? No. His job is the best player on every team. I don't care who he is. You go get him. Because when we go to college, we trying to be a point guard to get defensive player on you. Y'all know ain't a point guard ever got in the NBA, ain't a point guard never got, but one time ever got the defensive player of the year, and that's Gary Payton. I told my son, you want the baddest dude out there. We can't sit up here and make all these excuses for him. Because that college that college, man, is something else, man. When they get on them college cap, if they ever make it, even they get it in a mirror, they're going to get their head buzzed. Because there's some dude in a mirror can ball. So you don't have to take this advice. But Jimmy, I ain't having them. You're around me, and you ain't trying to go about that bad dude. But you ain't trying to go guard the baddest dude. You don't need to play this game. Because everybody in college, Jimmy, is the baddest dude. What you call them? The red ant, and they everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody in college, the baddest dude. You gonna come over here and you gonna hit 20 points on little Opie? No. I'm finna tell you. Guess what my brag would have been? I guarded him. He was scared to guard me. That's what I would have said. I guarded him. He ain't want no parts of me. Let's meet again, bro. That's all it is. That's all.
And then I got the numbers from C.J. McCain. The score was 57-56. C.J. McCain was ranked number 24 in the magazine. Okay. Finished with 26 points, 8 rebounds, and a W. So
26 and 8
and a W. That means his fingerprints was on that game.
Okay.
And that means he was effective enough to even warrant the star player, opposing player, to say, I got to get him now. I don't give a damn, coach. Let me get him now. He's doing so here's the deal. We know that Glenn Bishop can play the 1, 2, and 3 for Stafford. That's on the offensive end. Mm-hmm. What can Glenn Bishop? He's the tallest player on his team. Hatter playing the 1, 2, and 3. Same thing for Wesley. Well, Wesley Yates almost. Yeah, Wesley Yates is the tallest, right at the tallest.
No, Paye ain't tall in West now.
About inch, 2. Yeah,
but that's it mean a lot.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. Think about it. Jared Harris is the tallest player, almost on this Silver team. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, but my point is back to this. What do you play on defense?
Jimmy, get what your coaches used to tell me, coach. You are what you can guard. All that time I'm a point guard, you are what you can guard. You ain't no point guard if you can't guard now. You ain't no 2 guard if you can't guard now. You ain't no 3 if you can't guard now. You are who can. College coach told me that, y'all. If I'm wrong, it's up to them.
Man, this kid had 26 and 8.
Oh, that's balling, coach. That's balling.
They only scored 57 points. He scored
more than half of the points.
49.9% of their point total.
He a bad man.
He scored.
Bad man.
If you think about that, let that soak in. Not many high school players produce 49% of the team's total.
That's a great point.
So that means if I, you know what I'm saying, you got to, at that point, man, you got to go and get him. When he scored 20, 18, 16, coach, give me, enough of that, man. Let me have him.
Hello.
Unless y'all was playing a zone the whole game.
Hello.
And even then, I would have been told, Coach, let's get out the zone. Because they, let's get out this zone.
Listen to their star players. I hope. But that's a good gift, Jimmy. I like that.
Some of you guys didn't think that. See, it's basketball, man. When you can't talk it with everybody, but then if you just break it down and simplify the fraction, we ain't got no analytics and none of this stuff. It's just common sense ass basketball.
Jimmy, some people don't get it. Let's go. Let's move on. Some people don't get it.
He been hitting 20 on everybody out. See, it's not what he's been hitting. Y'all, you missing this whole thing, Mr. Bishop. We're not concerned about your son on the offensive end. They needed his ass to make a stop.
I tried to let it go.
I wasn't even there, but I can tell you, they need him to make a stop when it counted, when it mattered against a player that's ranked higher than him.
That's all.
That's all. It ain't about what he could do on the offensive end. Because guess what? Put it like this. PJ Haggerty led the state of the city in scoring last year. He gets up to TCU. They ain't concerned about how many points he scored on the offensive end. LJ Cry set a record he's the all-time leading scorer in the history of Houston basketball. Greater Houston basketball is LJ Cry. He got his ass to Baylor. He sit down behind them guys and learn the system. They didn't give a damn about him scoring. Tremont Mark, when he got the U of H, Tremont Mark had scored 40 on LJ Cry in the playoffs. He took his team to the state tournament. Wasn't for COVID, they might have could have won it. Got the U of H. Coach Sam didn't give a damn about how much he scored on the offensive end. Ramon Walker better not shoot that ball more than 4 times a game for University of Houston. I don't know how many times he scored 20 or 30 at Shadow Creek. You see what I'm getting at?
You preaching real.
On that other end.
The other side of the flow. That's what they call it, Jim.
Yeah.
Other side of the flow. That's good.
So that's the thing. So, but man,
that was awesome.
Now, Mr. Katie, I'm gonna tell you something. Mr. Katie's a football fan, guys. Katie High School, they made it to the state. What are they in the quarterfinals now? And or the semifinals now? I think the semi.
Man, we don't even talk about Katie no more.
And you know what? Because Katie, let me tell you what Katie is.
What is it?
Katie is the second place team if they was in North Shore's district. Because they beat Seed King last week. They beat Summer Creek the week before that. They beat Atascocita by like 6 points early in the year. So that's 3 teams from that same district. They ran from North Shore. You ran from North Shore. So, man, we don't want to play them Negroes there no more. It's making our kids make videos. It's making our kids, the true inner spirit of our kids are coming out. We get to play them type of team because we've been already bred our kids that we ain't supposed to lose to them Negroes. And that's one team that used to whoop y'all's ass. It became routine. It became to the point where people from Katy was asking for parents. Give us 7. Give us 9. Give us. That's what happened.
They ain't come across that town and played no more, had it?
They don't want no more.
I don't blame it, Jim.
No
Jim,
more.
Jim, them kids come back, man, can't even show up the next week. If they come back hurt, man, them Northside boys put that thing on them, man.
No. Let's get North Shore. North Shore, the east side. They the east side. They the east side.
The North Shore. No, I didn't say North. I meant North Shore, not North Side. North Shore guy. Well, why in the hell they call it? Why they gonna call it East Side instead of North Side? North Shore. Why don't call it East Shore? How about that? How about that? Why they don't call it East Shore?
You know,
yeah,
they could have easily called that school East Shore.
Okay,
that's
but
a
they
good
didn't.
question. I need to ask the people why they name it. Why they name it East Shore? They named it North Shore.
Maybe some Confederate. Maybe some Confederate.
No, that school ain't that old.
No, I'm just messing with you. Hey, let me get this one thing. We're gonna get out of here because Monte said, "Yo, Jimmy, I heard somebody say that his son should be in the magazine." They said you asked who is your son. The man said his son name, and Jimmy said, "Oh, he gonna be all right." Translate to Jimmy, don't know your son. No, man, come on, man. Come on,
hey,
man.
Hey,
come on, man.
Tell
That's
people,
wrong.
I tell people all the time, I'm reading it right now. I tell people all the time, listen. It's funny as hell when you tactfully want to, it's accountability. So people want to hold me accountable because your son not in the magazine. And there's a team of guys that have dual responsibility and accountability for your son's name being listed in the magazine. Jeffrey Day, Doug Jones, Archie Young. And the proof sits, and I'm glad you brought this. That's why it's a teachable moment before we get the hell up out of here, because we're in deep too much in overtime. Watch this, Al. You got yours in grabbing distance?
Yeah, it's right over
there. Elder, look on page 48.
All right.
It's the district previews, right? The district previews. Up under the word district, right? On page 48. Let me hold this up to y'all. See what it says?
It's by Jeffrey Day.
By Jeffrey Day. So if your baby ain't listed in there, and Heather, snap thumb on over to page oh yeah.
I got to pay attention to this book a little bit more. That'll help me when I go to some of these games.
Oh, to page 56. On page 56, the 5A rankings. Look what's up look whose name it says by whom.
Doug Jones.
So if your baby's name not in there, he wrote every word in there. They sent it to me, then I edit it. I put some commas where they might need to be. I bold those kids' names, and I keep going, and I let them know, okay, these are the kids' names, and I go see if we got pictures for certain kids, and we throw the pictures in there. That's how that process goes in the magazine. And so then you had a nerd to come and you say, well, how come my baby ain't in there? Well, hell, you asked one of them. They the one did the write-up.
Y'all don't do the 4A?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The 4A is on
yeah, it's right behind it. Yeah.
The 4A is right behind it. I think Doug Jones did the 4A.
Oh, it didn't have no name. I'm thinking you did that one.
Right? Now, I did the private schools.
Oh, you did the private. Glenn Bishop in here?
Yeah. Yeah, he's in there. Of course he's in there.
You did the private school.
So is CJ McCain. He's in there.
Hey, man, you ain't going to do me like that. Man.
Remember, and Adam, on the write-up with Glenn Bishop, so you guys can understand, I mean, like I say, Doug.
Hey, Jimmy, Houston Christian's pretty good.
Yeah, they 10-1 right now. They beat up on Shadow Creek last night by double digits, and good win for them. They only lost is the PSAT, which that's not a bad loss at all. Those guys are long and good. I heard Cameroon Woodbury got MVP this past weekend of the Houston Christian Mustang Classic, and that's a great redemption.
He used to be over there, didn't he?
Used to be at Shadow Creek.
Yeah,
he left Shadow Creek.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very good accomplishment, and because Cameron Woodbury had been playing inconsistent, now he's putting it all together, and and just getting into his groove. All the eggs don't hatch on the same day, so I like that from Woodbury, and props shout out to him. I'm looking in.
That's enough. That's all they get for the day, Jim.
I'm trying to see they reclassed him, so it's like Woodbury's in 2024. He would have been a senior. Think about that. He would have been a senior with that Shadow Creek team. Then they lose the Jackson kid, for the year. That Shadow Creek team would have been.
That man told me to go to page 61. That man must be over there on that medicine today. Let's go, man. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired.
He said go to page 61. That's where his son is. You told him his son is in there.
I said that, man. Let's go. I'm tired, Jim. Yeah, let's slide down Dino's. We're gonna slide down Dino's mammy back right now.
And for the parents out there and the people that are watching, so that y'all don't know, the magazine will give you 2 sentences. The first 2 sentences of the district that Glenn Bishop plays in. It says Stafford is the favorite as they return 4-year letterman Glenn Bishop. He is one of the area's most complete unsigned seniors.
Wow.
That's a compliment. Absolutely. He's the only player from that district with a picture in the magazine this year. That lets you know he's the face of that district. He's the best player in that district. He's the best prospect in that district. But if all of the other kids in that district are not college basketball prospects, then that means the people are going to wait to see you perform against somebody that's
talented. A college prospect.
That's how he's going to go.
How it goes, man. It ain't about you beating up on my sisters of Mercy and Junebug High. It ain't that's I'm telling you, man. Because I'm telling you what they're going to ask you. I told you what they asked me. Man, how many points are them college points? Jimmy, that's the hell of a thing to tell a daddy. How many? And Jimmy, I went and whittled that little 30-something points down to 15 so fast. I said he wouldn't have got he got them threes. He could have made them in college. But all that old stuff he get into the hole on these little boys, that ain't gonna happen. He gonna get that stuff thrown out. You get your dunk blocked in college. Let me repeat that, Jimmy. You get the weak dunk blocked in college.
Yeah.
Axel, what's that? North Alabama. What's the name of his school? Who played
North Florida.
North Florida. Ask them. But man, let's get out of here. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Glenn. Guys. Thanks.
Tell Glenn you were entertaining today, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. I mean, and guess what? It's not we're not getting on them. Don't y'all leave it. Oh man, they getting on, they slamming the kid.
No.
But we didn't slam that kid now time.
No.
Just basically gave you how expectations are derived on certain players.
We gave him some game, Coach. That's what we did. We gave him some game. Yeah.
And now you see why I wish somebody would have said something the day before they played, and I would have gave you what was expected before you played them. And then maybe that kid could have heard that, and you could have used his motivation to your son and say, look what Hicks said about you before you about to play this kid CJ. And so let's see what you because I would have say, put up or shut up.
Wow.
And guess what? But we up out of here, man. We want y'all to share the show on your way out the door. Thank everybody for tuning in on this Women Rock Wednesday. Shout out to Yolanda Green was with us today. We hadn't seen her in a while.
Mate. No, tell Mate name first. Mate name first. She made him. Yeah, made it. No, not made it. Mate Cora. Mate Cora. Made it.
Mate. Shout out to Mate. Who else we had? We had Mindy. We had Sonia Billingsley.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the ladies.
Nissa was here. Nissa was here.
Nissa fell through. Shout out to Mr. Nissa, man. Thanks for coming on through. And we'll see you guys.
Man, you better mention Mindy, man. You see, you gonna get me in trouble when you don't mention Mindy. And Sonya.
I said Mindy this a while ago.
Oh, okay.
I said Mindy. Okay. And of course I mentioned B. Scott. She said my baby wasn't in the magazine last year. Keep working. That's right. Keep working. But I mean, how that stuff go, man. But anyway, we all right, man. See you guys on tomorrow, man. You share the show on your way out the door. It's time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. Peace. For Robert Haller, this is Jim Hicks. We up out here. Chop shop.
I'm done with y'all.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop. We in the